Well, welcome to the A New Day TV show. This segment, we will be dealing with creating your core circle of influence. Creating your core circle of influence. I want to share the quote of choice here with you from my little book of quotes. Don't let anyone talk you out of pursuing what you know to be a great idea. Don't let anyone talk you out of pursuing what you know to be a great idea. I wanted to share that with you because it is important that each and every one of us throughout our lives surround ourselves with people who does not enable us. A lot of times we hear the term enabling used when people have family members or good friends who are addicted to something. However, because my job allows me to work with different category of people, I know that there are many people who are leading normal lives who are enablers or who have been allowing themselves to be enabled. And I say this because a lot of times people will be held hostage because of money, sex, jobs, sophistication, status, and the list goes on and on and on. And sometimes you have a dream and you know that from the deepest part of your soul, you know that so long as you pursue that dream or idea, you are going to be able to provide more for your family, for your community, for your children, and a better life for yourself. But you sit there and you said, no, I can't do it. I'm on this job for too long, and the list goes on and on of all the things that you create. Now, I have found out that the best thing we can all do in our lives is to create a core circle of influence. I have found out that my core circle of influencers and supporters not only benefit me personally, but it also benefits me professionally. So I'm here to tell you, if you have not yet created one for yourself, I want to walk you through doing that for yourself. And I know that you will be glad that you did. So here's what the first thing I want for you to look at. I want you to examine your life the way it is now. What is missing in your life? So you jot that down. The first thing, I want you to examine your life. What is missing in your life? Put little letters or little stars or little bullets under that heading. And later on you go back in the stillness of your bedroom or something, or if it, depending on the time of year, you might be able to go sit by the lake or just sit outside and enjoy the nice breeze and just fill that out. After you fill out what's missing in your life, you go back and you look over that list you have just created. Now I want you to look at that list with intention, because you are thinking, who do I know that I can ask to help me in this area? And once you do that, you have just chosen the first person to be part of your core advisors or influencers in your life. The next thing, after that, what's missing? The next thing I want you to look at is your community. How are you serving your community? Are there areas in your community that you think you ought to be concentrating on and you are not doing that? It might be a nonprofit that you want to go in and volunteer for, whatever it is. I'm here to tell you, you cannot build yourself, whether professionally or personally, unless you are totally committed to your community. There's no growth when you only are concentrated on yourself. So, what is it in your community you want to show some time to? Put that on your list. Write the key people in that organization that you need to have a conversation with. Invite them to be part of your core group of influencers. They will be able to give you some insight on what they can use you for, how they can utilize your skills and talents around the table. The next thing I want you to do is to have, like, I call mine a mastermind group, and you can give it any label you want to, of people that will do things to enhance your well-being. So it's your meditation, it's your Zumba, it's your yoga, it's your spirituality, it's your religion, it's all of those things. It's your diet, it is your walking. It's just the things that allow you to have a good laugh, for a gut-wrenching laugh. When have you had one of those? So you need those people in your core of influence too, because you cannot be all about work and not having any fun. And I can tell you from personal experience, unless you have a group of people around you that is really igniting that side of you, you are not going to be doing it. I'm not just telling you, because this is something that I need to be doing for myself too, because I tend to give too much time to work and no play. And I made a commitment in 2014 that that's going to turn around. So it's a 2,000-degree paradigm shift for me in that area, because I too am setting time aside to do more of those things. So you include those things. And at the same time, you find out that the people that you have invited to be around the table, they are also identifying ways that you can help them in their lives. And that's the reason why I refer to mine as a mastermind group, because when we get together, and not all my people are in Connecticut, they're all different places. So we get together on Skype and we are brainstorming and we are just working out all of these things together. And set a time, because set a time of how long you want to work with those people, because it's not a lifetime commitment. Because as you engage into the activities with these people, you are going to be growing and they are going to be growing, and you need to know when the season is over and let those people go. Again, I'm going to remind you to give gratitude and appreciation as you go along on this journey. You don't need too large of a group. I want you to sit and narrow down what it is you need the influencers to do for you. For some people, they might be thinking that they want to go back to school. Find somebody to encourage you how you can go about that. Again, if it's your health, whatever. For some people, it's in relationships. You know, I was listening to a program, and the lady was sharing that, you know, dating is not like the way it used to be now. It doesn't matter how old you are, she said, it's okay for you to date online because that's what is happening. So you might not be comfortable with that. However, have a conversation with somebody else and see how they feel about that. And you never know who will turn up into your group of influencers who will pass your name along to somebody. So each of us, our group of influencers, are uniquely designed and created for us. Don't sit around and wait on somebody to invite you to be part of that. I want for you to invite the people that you are interested in doing that for you. So go out there, make it happen. Don't be afraid. Before you approach the group of influencers, you will need to have a plan of action in place. You don't just go to people and ask them, oh, I want your help to do this. Give them a reason why they need to help you. So have it written down so you can sit with them and have a constructive discussion about it. Here is why I'm doing this. And this is the reason why I ask you, because I can benefit from X, Y, Z. It shows people that you are serious about pursuing what it is that you are pursuing. And just don't be asking people because you want to leech off their expertise and all of that. So be conscious about what it is you are doing, and be fully aware about what it is you are asking them to be part of. People are always willing to help us to achieve our goals in life, but a lot of times because of the journey we have been on and holding on to stuff that is no longer serving us well, we end up not asking people to support us. But people are there that wants to help you, because people are always excited about other people's growth and development. Okay? So, the other thing I want to tell you from about having a group of influencers, a core group of influencers, point out to them as well about how you would like to impact what they are doing. So it's not that they are just giving. They will be coming and say, maybe not at this time, but in the future, I will certainly be calling you. So they might be taking a rain check on that offer that it is that you have to give them. There's sometimes that you might be inviting someone to be part of your personal group of influencers. However, there might be a time when that same individual will overlap into your career or professional part of who you are. So be on the lookout so that when that happens, you can take full advantage of that. And you're not allowing any opportunity to just lay around without you utilizing that. So that is something else for you to watch out to. How will this effort of creating a core group of influencers impact not only you, but your family? You might be a parent, And also extended family, your places of worship. I mentioned about community and everything like that. Those are questions to ask, because all the things we do are an extension of who we are. So you need to ask that question: how will it impact this and that and the other in my life? So you must be prepared. A lot of times we are caught from the blind side because we are not asking these questions before we just jump all in without organizing and prioritizing all the things before we go all in. So do your homework, pay your due diligence, and make sure you have it all organized. The next thing I want to point out for you, there are times in the beginning that we think these people were the right people, and halfway through the process, or sometimes even more than halfway through the process, we find out that they are just not right, and vice versa. However, I am asking that you respect the relationship enough to discuss that in a respectful way, and to let people know you appreciate what they were doing for you, but you want to also at this time acknowledge that it is really not working out the way you thought it would work out. So it does not need to be done in hostility and anger. You can part ways very peaceful, and you can still be friends. You leave the door open that if ever you can be of help to them, you want them to be comfortable enough to reach out to you and ask for help. Okay? Now, the next thing I want for you to do is to encourage others on this process. Somebody might be on your team helping you, and you look and you see that there are areas in their lives that they are leaving dormant, may it be professionally or personally. Encourage them. Give them a loving nudge. Let them know what you observe in them, and offer to help them to create a core group of people for themselves that can help them over the hump that they are helping you over. Because it is often said that we cannot see the picture if we are in the frame. And it's the same thing a lot of times. People are busy out there helping others, and they are neglecting their well-being in areas that they can do better with. So keep your antennas up for somebody else that will need your help, and help them. Offer them. And again, remember, Rome was not built in a day, so be patient with them, because somebody at some time or another was patient with you. Set time to have frequent discussion and evaluation, and I call it checking in time. Just put different benchmarks to see, check-in time to see how things are progressing. You might be listening and you have regular clients, just like you do with your clients. You check in to see how the treatment is going or how the program is going, and also. And you are not paying attention to the progress yourself. So you need to check in regularly with everybody. Ask them, how has this been for you? Have it met your expectation? Is there anything else you want for me to do? And listen to them and record what it is they are telling you. Because remember in the beginning when you presented to them what it is you were wanting to accomplish. Now this is the opportunity during the check-in time with that core group of people to find out whether or not you are on mark. I'm here to tell you, if they are really and truly doing what they are supposed to do as core people, they are going to be telling you lots of things that you don't want to hear. And that's all right too, because I have found out that those are the things that helps me to grow and to stretch, really, really stretch. So put all the ego, leave the ego in the trash can outside the door, and just go in there vulnerable and bold and ready to receive. Because unless you become vulnerable and bold, nothing is going to happen. You ask these people to be in your core group because, one, they have accomplished things that you are looking to accomplish. And as the young people say, they have been there, done that. And if you can associate with people who have been there, done that, there's no reason for you to reinvent the wheel. They can help to guide you away from the pitfalls that are about to happen sometimes. And this other thing you want to bear in mind is that each and every one of these people love, respect, and care about me. I know that everybody on my mastermind team, they love and they care about me. And for that reason, they cannot afford to mislead me. And when they give me the challenges, I just say yes. Do I have a deadline on that? And well, if it is yes, it is yes. If it is no, it is no. But I always get off those calls feeling that I can go there and move mountains. You'll find out as you work on this, you're going to get so much more comfortable. And when it's time for you to really move on and get additional people, you are not going to feel like you can't do it again. And for each group of influencers that you create, it's going to be much more excitement and ease. It is going to be done in that way. I want you also to share what the insight you got from that. Share what it is, and again, I know I spoke about this before, but I want to ask you to express the feelings about this. There's a lot of time the words are being said, but there's no emotion and no feelings that go with it. So I want you to express your feelings when you're showing gratitude to people. I want you to jot down 3 things that will help to guide you as you continue on this journey to create the core group of influencers around you. May it be for your business or for your personal life. I want you to write down at the end of this process, what do you want to see happen? So you know they say know the end from the beginning. This is one of those times. What is it you want to see happen? You know, how will you know that the time spent with these people was really beneficial? So write that down. The other question that you're going to hear come up is what's in it for me? People want to know why should they help you? What's in it for me? So be sure that you include that in your conversation about what's in it for me, because people want to know that. At the end, what is the design going to look like? How are you going to record this? Everything that you accomplish during this process. What is it going to look like? So design it so you can share it with somebody else. Okay? Remember that although you have invited all these people to be part of this process here and to help to influence the way your life or your business or your career is going to go. Remember that the brand is you or whatever it is that you're creating, and you are going to want to go out there and make a name for yourself and build a reputation for yourself. So it is important that you know that. So you go out there and build relationships and know during this process that you can't tarnish the reputation of all those people who have been helping you over these months or years, whatever duration of time that you put on it. I want to share another quote here for you, and it is number 356. Where are you? This is a short one, and it reads, "Be there when people need you." Be there when people need you. I thought this was an appropriate one. One of my crew members select here. Thank you, Rich, for that. Because too often, we think that, all right, now I've got it made and I don't need to help anybody else. You know, we always are encouraged to pay it forward. So I just pray that this segment has helped you today. Again, I want to ask you to join us at A New Day Radio and TV, facebook.com at A New Day Radio and TV. Also, Twitter at A New Day Radio and TV. Call us on the telephone, 203-794-6208. Send us an email at dynamicdaphne12@att.net. And we look forward to seeing you again when we are right here on the A New Day show. We are looking for some volunteers, so reach out to us. We have a slot for you.